in our last session, you all battled some paladins in the ruins of Cardinal. With help from Colte and his strange created ally, you were able to finish that fight, take down the paladins. You went down into the sealed off tunnels underneath the city and discovered that the strange fire that seemed to have obliterated the city's population came incredibly deep underneath the city. And it seemed to have engulfed a group of individuals just prior, or just, sorry, after. They conducted a ritual. As they attempted to do the ritual of the Journey of the Golden Path, they were left hovering 15 feet off the ground. 5 bodies with their entire insides turned to golden blood, it seems, leaking out of their eyes, their nose, their ears, their fingernails. They are just almost like puffed up sacks of flesh filled with liquid, hovering in the air surrounding the heart anchor. You were able to pull the heart anchor free and were able to determine, due to its intense flashing as it was reacting to an individual getting closer to it, you were able to discover that one of your current members of your strange group of party members is technically a downcast, and a very early one at that, as the effect is greatly shown. But that is where we pick up the session today. So you have all gone from this place after talking to an angel and
Wait,
have hmm?
you said what effect is greatly shown?
um that they have angel blood,
Oh, okay, I got you.
that
Okay,
they are a
never mind.
downcast. It's just a very uh very concentrated amount of angel blood, so much so that it was essentially blinding you to the amount of holy energy within. You all went back to the safe space with Colte and have thus been allowed to rest. Um, I think one of the last things we did leave off on was potential magic items, if anyone wished to investigate some of these new items. Other than that, it's figuring out what you wish to do next.
We find items?
You have the hard anchor, and Atlas was attempting to see if the ring of the golden boar had changed.
Right. I think Ripley had asked Bonnie about that before, and Bonnie needs a diamond for identify.
Mm-hmm.
Is there... we could try to find one in the city? Or a pearl, not a diamond. Maybe there's some jewelry shop that hasn't been fully looted?
You could try.
Sure, Bonnie, you want to go jewelry shopping? Sick. Alright, anyone else want to come with us?
Um,
I'll come with you.
I will actually be and this is like the next day after all the fighting.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is still technically the same day.
I'm still expecting the same day.
Yeah.
Um,
Because you got back to the cave around like 2 or 3, so you still have a lot of day left.
okay, I will. Honestly, I think I will explore around and look for damn it, was it if I can find any fungus overriding corpse or any portobello mushrooms.
Okay. Colte has been up. Colte is just kind of in his tent writing and researching. He's looking through seemingly a lot of notes. And Haltet is kind of standing inside the tent. Um, and if Bonnie wants to cast Detect Magic, that it can be easily done.
And probably Alex will just tag along with everyone else going jewelry shopping.
Fair enough. One second. So, those who are going shopping, go ahead and make me an investigation check, please.
Yeah, would anybody like to assist me? I've got pretty good eyeballs.
Yeah, I'll assist.
Cool.
$24. You begin to search, elements of the city, walking down some of these main thoroughfares within Cardinal. Bring you back to this map. There are a lot of different spaces and buildings that, seem to have, in one point in time, been beautiful. Have sold, things that would have built for a great city in general. Now, a lot of them are kind of, fairly run down. It's been 100 years. Many of the buildings are falling in and are in general just in a state of disrepair. But with a 24, you do spot, some very well-built buildings that seem to be in like a more affluential neighborhood. And as you enter the space, and you see a couple jewelry shops, you can see like toy shops, very like high-end material components, essentially. One of the things you do find that is also in this space is there seems to be a magic item shop as well.
Ooh. Oh yeah. Yeah. I want to raid that place for sure.
Okay. So, the shop is called the Fortunes and Luck. It's a kind of a squat stone building that rests in one of the main squares here. About right, about right there. Very much on the main thoroughfare. You can see many of the windows are broken in, and it does seem slightly looted, but perhaps there is something still within the space.
Yeah, I'll try to scrounge up anything left over.
Do you have Detect Magic up? Okay. As you walk into the place, it is covered with small little magical trinkets and the like. So, as you enter in, go ahead and make me another investigation check to try and, find what you're looking for. Okay. Looking around, it does seem like major magic items were taken whenever these individuals, looted this city or took over this city. But you are able to find a single pearl that would work with the spell Identify. You also are able to find what seems to be a gem that does seem to radiate some form of necrotic magic. Let me look here for a sec. Go ahead and roll a d6 for me, please. Five. Yeah, it's a strange, um, kind of darker stone that is radiating this necrotic energy, and it's worth about 500 gold pieces, most likely. It's fairly large and very intriguing.
Interesting.
You are also able to find what looks to be a small stuffed doll of what looks to be some sort of angel. You can see these kind of golden wings extend out the back of it. You can see it has like a shock of white hair and carries looks to be like a little sword in its little hands. It also seems to radiate its magic.
Okay, so we got an Identify pearl, a little angel doll, and a dark magic gem.
Mm-hmm.
Ripley's just gonna hand those to Bonnie. He's the only one that can see what they do. Are there any other like spell component stuff in this area?
I mean, nothing else of money value, most likely. Um,
Okay.
if you need small things, uh, like obscure items for certain specific magics, there's some of those around. But most of the things with actual material item value are long lost. The only reason you found the pearl, it seems whoever looted this place, they dropped one of the pearls that was being sold.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, as you find a lot of these few magic items, there is a ping, Bonnie, that you do get from the back of the store. And you kind of turn over and you turn around and you look towards kind of where the back shelves would be, where the owner of the shop would take orders and kind of have a back room full of stocked items. Um, you get this sense of a single magic item within that space. Um, but it's strange because you didn't move too far. Like, it just seems to pop up out of nowhere. Do you walk over toward the towards the back of the store? Okay. You walk over and kind of look over the counter. You can see the door to the back room is kind of cracked open slightly, and sitting kind of maybe about a foot off to the left of the door after it's opened, for your left, I should say. You can see a small little doll that is currently covered in a small little tunic of varying striped colors. It seems to have a clown hat on and a large frill. And you can see its eyes are wide and seems to have a smile on its face. And it
Adorable.
and it does radiate magic.
I'm not loving the amount of magic dolls we're finding.
We should get more.
I should also
The
say
opposite direction I was thinking.
it's a little bit different. The angel is almost like a completely sewn like little, almost like a teddy bear, but like it's an angel that someone has like completely sewn. This one it's an actual doll with like a porcelain face as well.
So
Horrifying.
this
right?
one was made for production.
Well, I think we got what we needed here.
Does Bonnie go and grab this doll? Okay. As you poke it with your staff, you hear a voice echo out of it. I love you.
Correct response.
I think it's delightful.
Let's go shopping.
Oh, wow. I was about to ask, how common is it for toys to talk?
No, I assume. Is it telepathic or is it saying that out loud?
It says it out loud.
Yeah, but how does it know that you said you guys wanted to go shopping, though? So it is
Just-
telepathic.
just
I
says
think
it.
I'm actually super good on telepathic clown dolls. I'm all full up.
No,
You don't even
it
have
just says
one.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just
And no
speaking this
more
into
room.
existence. It seems like an effect of after you poked it. It didn't really speak till you poked it.
It's reading your mind.
Pick it up.
You would.
I love you.
Oh, it talks. And I give it a pat on the head.
Let's be friends forever.
If only forever wasn't a null and void concept.
If only forever wasn't a null and void concept.
Oh, it's Mark! And I pat it on the head again.
I love you. Yeah, you have 2 dolls. You have one porcelain, one stuffed.
I love this porcelain doll.
From an emotional support bird to an emotional support doll.
Yeah. You know what, doll? I love you too. We're gonna be great friends. What kind of curse did I pick up?
Hadar's gonna start speaking through it.
I hope so. I go up to Hadar with my emotional support clown doll.
Oh, my most loyal acolyte.
You go into Hadar's dark temple. It's just some guy, some pathetic wet cat guy.
What was the phrase you said again? If only forever wasn't a what?
Wasn't a null and void concept.
Thank you. Had to make sure I updated the catalog of phrases.
Nothing matters. And nothing matters after you go into Hadar's Eternal Maw.
Exactly. It all is just pointless.
Your whole life leads up to one point. And isn't that comforting, actually? You don't have to worry. Death is nothing to fear.
Yeah. Yeah, but you find a couple magic items. Nothing fancy or nothing much. Seems a lot of this place was, at least like the shops that were useful to the conquerors of the city were stripped of a lot of their goodies. Yeah. Gil, you said you wanted to find a rotting corpse.
Or portobello mushrooms, either one.
Go ahead, make an investigation or nature check. Investigation. You begin to look through some of the houses and buildings nearby. Not straying too far from the cave. And in one of the buildings, you spot evidence that this house was not, almost like ransacked. It still seems like almost sealed to the touch. You open up the door very quietly. Go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
Ooh. Stealthy, stealth. Oh, man.
An 8. So, you enter into the space and, begin making your way through this abandoned home. You can see the kind of shutters were closed and drawn. You can see the chairs are all in upright positions. There it is knickknacks and small hints of life of some family here. And you make your way upstairs towards the second floor, and you spot what looks to be a child's bedroom and what seems to be a master bedroom, um, separated only by a small privy. You can see there are small, almost like chalk drawings on the door to the child's bedroom. In the master bedroom, you can tell it's a master bedroom due to it being slightly crooked and ajar. And then you can see just the ends of a larger queen-size bed.
Okay. Knowing that there is an undead problem within the city, I will pull out one of my scalpels,
Mm-hmm.
have it at the ready, and I will slightly start peering into the master bedroom.
Okay. You open the door, and what you see is two bodies very closely drawn together on the bed. You can see a blanket has been tucked tightly around them as they probably embraced themselves and simply didn't seem to move from the space. You can see that the corpses, they're really really old, but they're still slightly preserved. There's still some flesh on them, and you can kind of see that these were living people. The smell in the room is pretty strong, but it seems to have dissipated slightly.
I'll
Um,
reach into.
Additionally,
Go ahead.
there is a small bit of light. The curtains are drawn and closed, but there is light that comes and shines strangely onto the back wall, right above the bed, leading you to believe that there's somehow light coming from the middle of the house.
Coming from the middle of the house.
Hmm.
And that light's in front of me or coming from behind me?
It's coming from behind you. It seems to also be angled in a weird way that it almost seems to be shining downward, like it's coming from above you and behind you.
I try to get myself in position to see where the light's coming from.
You kind of creak through the door and look up, and you can see there probably is some sort of like attic space. Well, there is an attic space, but it is almost like as if the boards on this part of this room were just ripped off, especially towards the door itself, where you can just see into the attic, and there is a blasted hole that is fairly massive in the ceiling, and there is some light filtering in from there.
Okay. If I go up here, they could. How quickly, how effectively did how resilient did the undead that we fought seem to be? I don't remember how quickly they went down.
They were a little resilient.
They're a little resilient. Okay.
They had capability to survive a couple attacks from the paladins who were specifically designed to take down undead.
Okay.
Additionally, I mean they were very loud though. Like this house is silent. So,
Okay.
you don't hear any loud, clattering sounds or anything like that. It is dead silent.
Then I will see if I can find a way to the attic before I check these bodies.
Are you trying to find like the natural entrance?
Yeah.
Okay. Just going back into the hallway from which you came, looking up, you do see there is like a small little cord near the ceiling that would be like the natural ladder to access the attic.
All right. I'm pretty sure I have to take a little leap, but I try to pull it.
Okay. Go ahead and make me an athletics check.
Ooh, athletics. Not my strong suit.
13. 13's enough. You kind of do a little run up the wall, parkour leap off of it, and grab the cord and pull down, which is enough to like dislodge it and bring it mostly down so that you can bring the ladder down.
Okay.
You did cause a lot of noise though.
I'm sure.
But yeah, the ladder is down.
Okay. I give it a couple minutes to make sure that I don't hear anything coming after hearing the ruckus.
Hmm.
And then if I don't hear anything, then I'll make my way up.
Yeah. Okay. As you climb up, you can see there is, that bit of light almost directly shines in the like a small corner of the attic, just leaving like a small little bit to shine directly into the blasted floorboards into the room, leaving a lot of the actual attic still dark. You have dark vision though, right?
I do have dark vision, yes.
As you kind of go up into the attic and you look around, you see a silent bit of movement as you see what seems to be wings begin to unfurl. And currently hiding in the corner of the room, you can see two massive creatures begin to look your way. You can see 4 motes of yellow eyes, wide and long. These strange unfurling antennae seem to stretch off of the head as tufts of this beautiful white fur seems to hide their neck. Clawed fingertips and arms begin to outstretch silently as 4 pairs of wings begin to unfurl as you see 2 7-foot-tall moth creatures hidden in the attic, and they both look at you.
Ooh. I pause momentarily.
You pause.
I
Make a wisdom saving
yeah.
throw.
Oh no. This is it. Oh Lord Jesus.
Okay then.
Oh no. Fucking Mothman.
2 of them.
2 of them at that.
Yes. Let me just make sure there's not a stat thing for this. Okay. So you gain a new flaw
Okay.
as you are charmed and frightened.
Charmed and frightened.
You get the flaw. Get me away from those monsters hiding everywhere.
Hey, hold up. Where is it? Cobalt Legacy, is that what I took? Okay, because I'm the new Cobalt, not the original one.
Mhm.
And for my Cobalt Legacy, I got to pick 1 of 3 options, and I chose Defiance. And I have advantage on saving throws to avoid or end the frightening condition on myself.
Make a wisdom save again. Okay. Your immediate thought is terror as the eyes flash red, and you almost feel like your eyes change color for a moment, but you shake it off and are no longer terrified of these creatures, and you don't get the the flaw.
Flaw.
Get me away from these monsters hiding everywhere. As these 2 7-foot-tall moth creatures just stare at you. One cocks its head, and they both begin to slowly move towards you.
I will, on that note, I'll start bolting. I gotta have to get out of here.
Okay. You run down the stairs. Do you use your bonus action to dash?
How many key points do I still have?
Or
I
do
have
you
to
do?
control us. You know what? I'll use at least 1. I'll use the first one to try to get out the building.
Okay. You rush down the ladder, down the stairs, and bound out the front door. And as you turn your head to look back, you do not see them. You've already gone out the building by the time they seem to have even maybe made it down that ladder. You look up towards the house, and you do not see that hole in the ceiling. Like, it is fairly well hidden from the natural street view, leading to the house, almost seeming like it's in more repair than it is.
Oh, impressive. I would. Okay. Can you mark that on the map from your point? Where on the map would you say that is?
I would put that house probably being around here.
Okay, I'm gonna mark that for myself for a second. Okay, thanks. And I guess seeing as my excursion hasn't been very fruitful, I will make my way back to the cave, I suppose.
Okay. So, we have the people went shopping. Is there anything else you all would wish to do? Um, while out and about. No?
I'm good.
Okay. So, you all find yourselves back in the cave eventually. With Egil and Colte being some of the first ones, but being the ones that are almost still there. Colte, seems to have not really done much. He just seems to be still engrossed with some of this reading material. Whereas Egil looks a little bit more winded than usual.
How was your all of yours excursion?
I made a friend. And I hold out the clown doll.
I made a friend.
Lovely indeed. You did not all run across any other creatures living within the city, have you?
No.
Hmm. Colte, aside from the undead, have you seen any other creatures?
Colte kind of looks up from his books. Well, a few. I try not to partake in their survival here. Why?
Have you run across any, I suppose, moth-like entities?
Oh, I do not go outside at night.
Is it nighttime?
Nope.
Well, it's not night.
Well, if you see moles during the day, then I think we're all in for a bad time.
Well, no. It's probably my own hubris. Or naivety, I suppose. They're in an attic.
Well, um, hmm, I've heard
They're
stories of moth folk before, but personally, I've never seen them. But it would make sense.
well, I suppose it's just a warning then for everyone to
Yes.
be cautious of such entities. They try to do something to my mind, instill some type of fear or such. Not entirely sure. I think they have illusionary magic or enchantments.
Hmm.
But I would like to eventually go back. They would make quite the specimens. Never seen entities such as those.
Hmm. Well, coming from a standpoint of a learned individual, I'm assuming the eyes of whatever moth creature you encountered could be very useful if they did something to you.
Well, certainly.
God, please don't talk about harvesting eyes.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ripley.
He
Maybe
just glances over at Asenath.
When Ripley says that, can I show the doll what's inside my alms box?
I would be careful, but
Ripley gags.
that's up to you.
Well, don't consider it harvesting. Consider it just medical research.
That does not change what it is.
It is medical research in the end.
Ripley said, "Fuck that shit."
Fuck medicine.
You guys have been like performing nasty ass procedures, and every time he has to walk away.
Every time, I know.
He does not contaminate the scene with his own vomit.
He's been very polite about it.
He has been. He has not stopped you from doing this shit. He just leaves the area.
Yeah.
Just keep me out of it. Lord, keep me out of it.
He's
Listen.
like, if I do not see it.
I
One
pretend I
day-
do not see it.
One day the peer pressure will work. You'll be fine.
It will not.
Hadar will win.
Hadar will win, like always.
Okay. All right. Well, now that we've all had our fun of the city, it seems, I suppose another element needs to be addressed. What do we do going forth?
Well, I am interested in looking around Clash at some point.
And Clash is what, northwest?
A bit, yeah. It's more west than north.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Any other agendas on our to-do list?
There were some things that we found in town that I think wanted to ask Bonnie to take a look at.
All right. Any other destinations or activities?
I do want to go to Broken Bridge at some point.
Would I know where Broken Bridge is?
It's to the south of Crimson. It's a pretty. It's one of the largest cities in the continent.
Okay,
You've probably heard of it. And it's famed.
gotcha.
But you do see Colte kind of looks up when Broken Bridge is mentioned.
Now, as far as we're aware, nobody knows about what we did back in Bitterwood, right?
No, people know.
I thought
People
we
definitely
I thought
know.
they weren't able to get the message back.
No, we didn't kill all the paladins.
Okay.
They
That's why-
just might not be able to like give detailed descriptions of us.
Wait.
Yeah.
But then people in town have seen us, so
Yeah, but we don't know if they'll cooperate with the cops.
Yeah.
I'd much rather assume they would.
Probably.
It is best to assume that they would, but honestly, given the local sentiment,
Yeah.
Like I'm a little worried about going into a huge city when there's potentially wanted posters of us hung up, but
Oh, indeed.
also it's risks
Have to be
are-
taken at some point.
Yeah, they have to be taken at some point. We can't hide forever.
also they did kind of chase us into the woods.
Yeah, for all they know, we all froze to death.
Yeah.
What name, Bonnie?
Broken Bridge.
Oh.
No, they probably draw wanted posters of us like Flint from Tangled.
Yeah, the nose is always wrong.
Yeah.
Just because you're all talking about it, and I'm sure Bonnie would mention it, I will unveil Broken Bridge.
Bunny's like, actually, no, I don't.
Don't tell them anything. You do not have my permission.
A real seer move.
Okay, so sort of the areas we're looking at, there's Clash about 50 miles southwest. Broken Bridge is about 80 southeast.
Okay. So,
They're really opposite directions.
exactly. So, with that being the case, Camille's
Let's
next
split the
question.
party.
Of course, two separate sessions
Split the
entirely.
party 116 miles apart.
Yeah,
Exactly.
hey, let's
Don't
turn
you
this
know?
into two
Always
evil
split the party.
campaigns.
It's the evil campaign. This is the perfect time to do it.
Exactly.
We have to multitask.
All right, this is where Gil would then ask. Well, it seems we have a split in direction. So I think the next logical question is asked, what is the purpose for these two destinations? Be as vague as you need to, I understand. Personal secrecy is somewhat important.
Well, Asanov and I heard about some people of interest in Clash.
Returning to Hadar, I suppose.
Something like that, yeah.
All right. And why do you wish to go to Broken Ridge, Atlas? Broken Bridge.
Well, according to the note we found on that warden, it seems like the necromancer's family's there, and I really want to kill him.
Seeing as I understand that sentiment. He's the reason we're in such predicaments at the moment. All right.
This necromancer, it's Cairo, correct? Cairo Vostak?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, when I finish my research here, which most likely will be within the next few hours, I'm heading to Broken Bridge myself. It'll take a while, but I can set things up for you if you wish. I have many contacts within the Requiem Institute, past teachers of myself and Caro. I can make sure that you enter into a safe city, one that is not crawling with paladins.
What would the cost for that be?
No cost. You've helped me out, and I have an ability to contact you all if need be. I can let you know when the city's safe. I'll have you know, the Requiem Institute, and I should mention many of the leaders, the lords of Broken Bridge, don't exactly play nice with Crimson and the Crimson Lords. I doubt this event is going to go down very smoothly. I would rather be certain the city is safe from paladins before you make it. Plus, without authorization, you're not passing the bridges anyway.
And what is the time frame do you think that this would take?
Well, Hotet moves a little slower when he is carrying my supplies. I can get there in a week's time. I will myself be avoiding Crimson, so I'm taking back trails. But if you could give me a few weeks, I could talk to my partner, maybe talk to one of the old teachers at the academy, and see what we can do.
Is that adequate for you, Atlas?
Yeah, that sounds fine to me.
Good. My partner in this research is interested in uh, the Golden Path, and I'm sure they have more questions than I do. For you, and looks towards Bonnie. I can't speak for them, but I'm sure that they would love to meet with you and just ask you questions. Oh, his partner, his research partner. Yeah. Um. Yeah. That'll give you time to, if you wished to, you could go to Clash that way and come into a safer city, or at least with the knowledge of safe, and have someone who lives and works there, allowing you in.
An inside man.
Yeah.
As they say.
I can't wait to use a bunch of evil terminology for like regular people.
Ma'am, I'm just a carrier. Our messenger to deliver our evil messengers.
Our courier. Just the shopkeep that we go to the most, that's our dealer or our
That's the-
fence.
That's our black market connect.
Yeah. Everyone's a contact.
Everyone's a contact now. Ma'am, I'm still everyone. The networks is quite extensive.
Yeah. Everyone's part of some network.
Oh my gosh.
How
Okay.
do you know this piece of information? Well, I have people for that.
Have you heard that? Oh man. It's
So-
a neighborhood newspaper boy.
So, as you know, that happens. I'm almost done reading the entire journal of Albus, and I'll let you know when I'm finished. There's a few things that are interesting that I think you all might like to know. If you have any questions for me or need any reading books or anything at all, feel free to ask. I'll be here. And he kind of goes back into his books,
Nice.
giving you all time to do anything you wish.
I think now we should all gather around in a circle around Bonnie while she identifies our magic items.
Yeah, we all watch her for half an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bonnie.
We
This is
circle
this
you
is
like
Seer's
wolves.
revenge. Perform
This
the
is the
magic.
Seer.
Do the
You
thing.
gotta have one person in the party cast identify on all your stuff.
Hey, wizard, do the thing.
Yeah.
Tell me what this is.
Okay, with a stick. Come on, do something.
What's it do? Tell me.
Mhm. Oh, we just keep asking why for 30 minutes straight.
Why? Why?
For like
Why?
5-year-olds.
Forest.
What's that do?
why?
What's that do?
Precisely.
What does that mean?
Bonnie's gonna grab all of us.
It would be deserved if we
sure,
did
For
that.
sure.
All valid.
So, which item are you? If you're identifying items, which one do you want to do first? Oh, do you not
That'd
have it
be
Golly.
prepared?
it's a ritual spell, so you should just be able to cast it. It just takes 10 minutes. 11 minutes, technically. But...
So, you wish to
Right.
identify as a ritual? Okay. Which item? Who wants to go first?
We've got the ring, a dark gem, the angel doll, and the clown doll.
You also have the hard anchor as well.
Oh yes, and the heart anchor. Add that to the list here. Maybe we do the ring first, since we've had it the longest. Make sure it hasn't been like killing Atlas this whole time,
Yeah.
slowly sucking away his life force.
It's fine. I
It's-
already died once.
It's cursed
Surely
and it'll
won't
turn
happen
you
again.
into a ghoul.
It'll buff.
Have the opposite effect on me.
Yeah, it actually fixes him.
It will kill you immediately
He becomes
unless
human.
you're undead, in which case it buffs you.
Yeah.
In which case, it makes you human.
Starts bringing you back. I'm starting to get hungry again.
I'm really tired. I need to sleep.
Wait a minute.
So, are you doing the gold boar ring first? Yeah. Okay. As you identify it, you see the main effects of the gold boar ring, which is an uncommon magic item, which allows you to shed bright light in 20-foot radius, dim light for an additional 20 feet. The light shines even in areas where magic does not normally function, or where magical light would normally be suppressed. This is a very powerful light ring, and it seems to have had a secret that was unlocked with the heart anchor. You can, once per day, use a reaction to cause a single attack to act like a guiding bolt, allowing you to have advantage for your next attack, or anyone to have advantage for their next attack.
Useful.
Yes. Congratulations. What is the next item?
We got
If only
the
the
gem
soundboard
and
was
the
cool.
2 dolls. And the anchor last.
Which one you want to do?
Do we want to identify that clown doll, or should we just let whatever happen to Asimov?
I guess that's up to Asimov, really.
Asimov, you want to... Oh, gem first.
Bonnie has spoken.
Bonnie grabs the gem, a 500 gold piece gem, and identifies it. This specific gem is cursed.
Ooh.
This is... It's hard to exactly describe what it is, but there is a... Oh, yeah. essentially, the curse on this, it almost seems to call forth something out of the shadows. It almost acts as if a magnet for some dark entity. And it's necessarily just a curse.
Can I kind of like that. Can I have that? I don't think I have enough dark entities following me around. I need another one. Cool.
And yet you won't
Ripley,
take the clown doll?
I don't want one that talks to me.
That's a little too
I
invasive.
already have one that talks to me in my brain. I don't need another. Hopefully, whatever this is doesn't talk to me.
Yeah. Other than the curse,
take
it's
that
just a
gem.
regular gemstone that is just a magnet essentially for something.
Yeah, I'll keep it on me. I'll attract something.
Nice.
Does it have a name?
You can put this as the Oblivion gemstone.
I love that name. That seems like a really good, positive name.
Nothing could go wrong with this.
Absolutely nothing wrong.
Yeah, Ripley just hears a gem that attracts some dark force, and he's like, yeah, alright.
What next? Awesome.
I'll get my doll checked.
Okay. You do the doll.
Yeah.
So in the heart of your doll is a telltale heart.
Hmm.
It's a cherry-sized bloodstone heart. While on your person, you have advantage on saving throws against becoming frightened. If an effect causes you to be frightened without a saving throw, you receive a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw to avoid the condition. Also, when you make an intelligence ability check while holding it, you can listen to it, gaining unusual insight or access to esoteric lore. If you do so, you gain advantage on that intelligence check. The Telltale Heart can't be used this way again until you finish a long rest.
Fuck have you given her?
And you realize that it's the heart of whatever this doll is. So as long as you're holding the doll, all this applies to you.
I love that.
It's
Also
perfect
requires
for
attunement.
her.
I can't.
Does my cursed rock require attunement?
No, it's just a rock.
Alright.
No one else wanted the doll.
You know what? I don't think anyone still does.
Yeah, I think I'm good. Knowing what it does, I'm still good.
I love you.
I love you too. I've decided.
I have to say.
You know.
If only forever wasn't a null and void concept.
If only.
But yeah, I will be posting this one in the Discord because this is a lot more information.
Thank you.
If I could ever tap on my phone, thank you.
Does this doll have a name? Do you have a name?
Oh yeah, this is a poppet.
This is a joke, right?
No. Poppet. It's a poppet.
Oh, that's funny.
Just
This is-
exactly the same.
This is amazing.
I love the callbacks. After one of the most powerful wizards ever, dog. I can
It
see.
was
I can see
made
Seer.
for you.
I can see Seer merchandise being around the lands.
Yeah,
What are
essentially,
the
if you need to
chances?
know, essentially, a poppet is like a possessed doll.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
like historically what they are. It's
Yeah.
just so funny.
it is. It's just like, what are the chances?
Right.
The chances
It was destiny that for you to
higher than
pick
you
up
think.
that doll.
Yeah, realistically, I'm the only one in this party who would pick up that doll.
It was made just for you.
Hmm.
Love that I can listen to it.
Absolutely. Okay. What next? The other doll, you identify that one. That is a talking doll. It requires attunement and is a common item. While the stuffed doll was in 5 feet of you, you can spend a short rest telling it to say up to 6 phrases, none of which can be more than 6 words long, and set a condition under which the doll speaks each phrase. You can also replace old phrases with new ones. Whatever the condition, it must occur within 5 feet of the doll to make it speak. For example, whenever someone picks up the doll, it might say, "I want a piece of candy." The doll's phrases are lost when your attunement to the doll ends. So you have 2 talking dolls. One that looks like an angel, one that is a porcelain face.
Looks like a clown.
It kind of does.
One that I cradle in my arms, and one that someone else gets to have.
One that has more control over what it says.
What an amazing shopping trip. We
Mhm.
For
found
real.
a cursed rock that attracts some kind of bad thing, a doll that talks to you and tells you things you aren't supposed to know, and a doll that you get to tell it what to say.
Yeah.
It's a doll-centric episode.
No,
Yeah.
right? Graham said he has to lean into all the traditional horror elements.
You check
All
the.
of them.
Oh, yeah, you do have that feather, don't you? That is also a magic item.
Ooh.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, that one is pretty simple. If you identify that one, I forgot about that. Essentially, it just acts as a dagger, but specifically a vicious dagger.
Hmm. Hey, wait, a feather that acts like a vicious dagger?
Mhm. Yeah.
Is the feather like
Hmm.
hard and sharp?
If you, when you're going against the grain, it is like a knife. But if you go with the grain, it's soft, like a feather.
Oh.
So if you stab with it, it's like a dagger. But when you pull it out, it becomes like a feather. So it doesn't get stuck.
Interesting.
Interesting. That's very cool.
Mm-hmm. I forgot that I described it to you.
We need to roll a 20 with this magic item. The target takes an extra 2d6 piercing.
Oh, the one I'm looking at says just takes 7 extra damage.
That's from the
That's
2016 basic rules.
yeah. I mean, that's the average.
Yeah,
So,
it depends. Do you want to roll, or do you want just the +7?
damn sure the roll. In my opinion, anyway.
Mm.
I'm a dopamine junkie.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no one would like that. I'll take the feather.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like Bonnie. Bonnie says, I identified it. I'm keeping it.
It's a
She
magic
also
feather.
doesn't like looking at it, which is amazing. It's like, I hate this thing, I'm keeping it.
For now, for now.
Oh, man.
Keep your enemies close.
And your bloodline closer.
Yeah.
All right. Any other items that
You've
seem
got the heart
magical?
anchor.
Oh, yeah.
Heart
This little
anchor.
tapioca pearl.
It's Happy Yoko Pearl.
It's the size of a baseball.
Oh, I thought it was much smaller than that.
No,
I
It
thought
loo-
it was like
it-
very small.
it's the size of a baseball, and honestly, it kind of would probably look like a baseball.
Wait, is
Right.
this the thing that came out of the heart?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why I thought it was yeah, I thought it was really tiny because it came out of something's heart.
Yeah.
It's like this
Oh
is a lot of
no
space
no no no
in
no no
there.
no! Sorry, I thought the heart anchor is different.
Okay, I thought so.
Oh, then what's the heart anchor? Where'd that come from?
The heart anchor is from the ritual.
Oh,
From the
that's what
Oh.
Ripley
Dragon
grabbed.
Path.
That's
Yeah.
what Ripley grabbed, and Hadar didn't like it.
The other one is the occultation pearl.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Pearl. That's the tapioca I was thinking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
That is a tapioca pearl.
Okay. Do not eat. Do not put in your boba.
Don't put it in the bowl. It'll be a bad time for everybody.
It will give you amnesia.
Well, I guess maybe in that sense you might want it.
Yeah, a really funny prank where if you finish this whole cup of boba, you might lose all your memories.
That would be an awesome prank.
It's like Russian roulette of how many boba you actually ingest from this.
I would love that actually.
I don't know that it's good. I feel like it's a bad idea.
I-
Giving someone a bowl of M&Ms and being like, okay, inside one of these M&Ms, I filled it with cyanide. So enjoy.
I will say, one of my favorite cooking YouTubers has a video that is this, which I think, relates to the heart anchor.
Yeah, the heart anchor is a huge boba ball.
Yeah, it could be. The size of a fist, yeah.
You can
Oh
swallow
my.
that, right?
God damn.
Yeah.
That would be my nightmare. I genuinely hate tapioca.
It's 10,000 calories as well.
You know, oh my gosh, your stomach would hurt so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You couldn't drink all of it.
So
There's not enough space in your
constipated.
stomach.
I know, I
No,
know.
there's
I'm
not.
just saying.
It's he does a lot of like meme recipes and also does not listen to the recipe. It's very funny.
Oh,
It's
okay.
great. Good stuff. I like
Okay, so what does the heart anchor do?
it. You identify the heart anchor? The heart anchor is a legendary magic item. At the
Uh-oh.
moment, it only has one ability that seems to be active. A lot of it seems like a dormant magic item, almost not being present with its information. However, the ability that the heart anchor does show you, and does show you that it has, is the ability that anyone wielding the heart anchor can use their reaction during a healing, any healing spell or taking a potion or something like that, within 30 feet of you, you can cause healing to be max as a reaction.
Ooh.
So, say you use a spell to heal someone, as a reaction, you can cause it to be max healing for one spell.
Nice. If all right, and then say there was like mass healing word, would everyone get that max healing, or is it like one person?
It would be
This-
one person.
Okay, all right, cool. So
Yeah,
one
you-
target gets
yeah.
max
Choose
healing.
your
Someone within
favorite.
30 feet of you, you can choose to take max healing
Okay.
if you have attuned to the Heart Anchor.
Oh, that's
It is
good
a
one.
very, very strong magic item. You know,
Yeah, that's,
Does it have
that-
charges or just like every turn that you have a
it is
reaction?
just one per long rest
Okay.
for now. But still, it acts as like a what's that spell? It's gonna kill me that I don't remember that spell.
a spell that maxes healing.
Oh, Beacon of Hope?
Yeah.
Fun. I've actually never cast that spell in all my time playing clerics.
That's not bad. If you're focusing on healing, it's pretty good. Yeah. It does not count as a spell. Yeah, those are your magic items. Yippee!
Sick, sick, sick.
We love them. I love magic. Yes, the loot bug.
I love a bad rock, some talking dolls, and a healing rock.
Mm-hmm. Lots of rocks going on. Lots of dolls, lots of rocks.
And then a flashlight ring.
Mm-hmm.
But like a really good one. It's one of those like 10,000 lumens.
Yep, you're gonna blind your opponent.
Yeah.
Blind them, and then every one of your attacks is, advantage. At least one attack is advantage. Yeah, good stuff. We love a high magic campaign.
Hell yeah.
So, that takes you a good couple hours. The night is getting closer and closer to ending, however. Colte does seem like he eventually finishes his research after many, many hours. And goes and kind of calls all of you over.
Ooh.
So I've gone through Albus's notes. Some things popped up that I think might be interesting. I'll start from the beginning. Albus, it seems, found the Heart Anchor when he was traveling through the continent of Ascension. He hitched a ride with some individuals many years ago in Southron. There, they got him past the Mist Wall, and he writes about harrowing adventures past the Occult Sea, the Great Vortex, and eventually he made landfall. He traveled from Sabah to Golden Throne, took more merchant ships through the island straits up to Opal Fathran. That is where he found the Heart Anchor, and where he was asking questions about the ritual. He discovered some things that were clear, some unclear. But the heart anchor was important to the ritual, and apparently, many shamans, necromancers out of Golden Throne or Porthathron were attempting this for many years, and he helped them for about 5. He, once he got all the information he could, he stole 2 heart anchors and fled back home using his word of recall, leaving his enemies and allies dumbstruck. For the next about 10 years, he was conducting smaller rituals in secret with his 2 heart anchors. According to his notes, 37 citizens of his city who had done grievous acts and had been sentenced to death were instead ritualized below his tower. With every ritual, he said he felt like his soul was darkening. Evil crept into his flesh, and it marred his age. Eventually, he stopped, but not before he determined the correct amount of people. He estimates 5 living souls is the perfect number for the ritual. He suspected if all of them were downcast, that the ritual would succeed, but he was fearful to try it. And then it showcases that he personally was contacted 100 years ago. A strange person who claimed to be the last necromancer of the Lords of Crimson. They warned him the Crimers and the Lords of Crimson, the 6 mages, were planning to overthrow him and his family, cast them all down into the hells from where they were supposed to be. He readied his defenses, and they were right. Albus's brother, Eber Carden, claimed that he should just concede and stop fighting back. But Albus did not believe the words of his opponents. And when House Crimer, the allied houses of Brokenbridge and the Lords of Crimson, attacked the city and invaded it, they killed indiscriminately anyone who was on the surface. Albus took the immediate family, aside from Eber, who stayed in the castle to potentially save thousands of people under the city from certain death. They went through the secret tunnels, which means that Eber's wife and the youngest daughter, Tana and Gita, both fled the city. I assume that they were the ones that teleported out. And it appears he tried the ritual. Leading to the death of his family. It's a shame he didn't write more about the politics of Opothrafin. But oh well. Truly a well-seasoned adventurer, by the means.
What were the name of the fallen?
The uh, not disembodied. Hold up. It starts with a D.
I know.
They're
I keep.
confusing me.
I keep. I wrote down disembodied. I know I wrote that down.
Disembodied is what Colte is.
This Colte is.
Bonnie, help me out. Yeah, I know it's in my notes somewhere.
Downcast.
Downcast.
Bonnie
That's
got
what
it.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Thank you, Bonnie.
I just blanked. Like my mental capacity just like dropped to 0%.
All right, Ascension Ritual require 5 bodies. All right, so Albus was an adventurer
Mm-hmm.
of some
And
sort.
who went to the continent of Ascension
All right.
and visited the 2 cities that I posted that seem to have a lot to do with this ritual. Who he then gypped out of 2 hard anchors. And then went home and got a message from supposedly the last necromancers. Who the last necromancer is the individual who claimed to warn him about the Crimson Lords and the King Crimer of Crimson.
Okay. Last Necromancer. Warned him of who?
Which one?
He said the last Necromancer warned him of.
Of the plot to destroy his family. So to destroy the Cardins and destroy Cardinal.
And Cardinal. Okay, and then that plan happened in.
Yeah.
his
So
two. Okay, cool.
yeah, the Lords of Crimson then allied with Broken Bridge, and together their armies destroyed Cardinal. And the Lords of Crimson specifically cast a high magic spell that sent crimson fire into the caves that burned all of them to glass and seemed to have hunted down all life. What gets me personally is the mention of the last necromancer. Because Crimson came to power around the same time as Cardinal came to power. Before that, Crimson was a magocracy alone, ruled by the 8 ruling classes of magic. But when Banascana was torn down, there was a lot of room for improvement, and 6 of the 8 kind of destroyed the other 2, banning illusion and necromancy magic from their midst. In return, they also appeased the common folk even more than just eliminating magic that was seen as unsightly and tricksterish. They elected a non-magical king to the city, making the city a constitutional magocracy, or monarchical magocracy, essentially, which allowed them to cement more power and become bigger and more powerful. There should be no last necromancer, as this event happened over 700 years ago. Also, many of the bits of him going to Ascension, shocking. That is a continent that no one really goes to. The Mist Wall, the gods set up, it's very difficult to pass. Some try to teleport in there and never make it out. I'm astonished. Come morning, I will be packing up and making my way back to Broken Bridge. I will write ahead to my associates within the Institute. If you arrive in time, we should be able to get you into the city. And potentially, I might begin prepping for another excursion. This time maybe to this time maybe to Ascension if I can. It might take a while though. Tensions will be high. This news changes things.
Hmm. All right. Well, I feel all this has made our choice relatively easy on which we desire to do. So, unless there are any objections, it seems Clutch would be our first destination.
No arguments from me.
Yes, and if you truly are running from the Paladins, avoid Crimson to the best of your ability. The path south from Clash is easy, going to Red Ridge, onto Evergreen, Sentry. From there, Broken Bridge is an easy jaunt. If you need any assistance, I can potentially draw you a small map.
That would be most appreciated.
Wonderful. So, anything else from all of you?
I
I'm gonna prop my foot up. It hurts like a bitch.
I've been walking all day. I haven't got to let it rest.
Okay. So with that, the rest of your night begins to hit. Any of you taking watches or doing anything with the rest of your few hours here?
I'll
I'll
take a
volunteer for a
watch.
watch.
I will volunteer for the last.
Yeah, I'll take first watch.
I'll do second.
Okay. First watch. Let's go.
Woo.
Perception checks. Oh, I did
Damn.
not. I was not looking at the comments apparently. Uh-oh.
Shit.
Um. So, with a 20. Let's see here. Okay. First watch goes by fairly smoothly. Also, for Bonnie, when you ask that question, do you know how the priest got his hands on this feather, or what celestial it may be from? Let me- Well, from what he claims in his journal, the feather itself seems to have come from Opalfathran, said to have come from a creature that he describes thusly. Boop, boop, boop. Let me get to the angel. Says that the creature claimed to be an angel of Epirius. They wore full golden armor, golden sword. It's Empyreus. 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 Imperios. Something.
It's something like that.
Something. It's a name. Empyreus.
I think it's Imperious.
Yep, Imperius. Um, and they seem to have blade-like wings adorned on the back of their blue tunic, underneath which sat their golden armor. And he says that the angel specifically was almost chatting with and talking to and working with many of the priests in Opalfathran. And it seemed to be part of the angel's duty almost to help them in this ritual, which was a very strange thing. But he says that when he stole the two heart anchors, he also stole a feather that he liked. He just saw it as a mote of divinity, which was just cool, you know. Sometimes things are just cool.
Sometimes things are just cool.
Absolutely.
So true.
hmm But yeah, let me get you this map finally. Had updated a little bit. What is this dimension? 2124, 1593. Yep, and he will give you a little bit of more sight into your map, in the map of the world.
Ooh.
Drawing out some more cities for you to find. Yeah, they're all great city names. What about the Eye of Zabriel? You're currently being watched by that thanks to earlier run-ins. What about the Eye of Zabriel? Honestly, not a clue. Um, there are writings about seeing things, but it's all where he's talking about his rituals that he was conducting. Perhaps he was, I don't know, perhaps some of this darkness that he felt within himself was something to do with the eyes. But he doesn't mention it. I don't think they spoke to him. Perhaps they were just watching him. It's a lot. This is 15 years worth of notes as well. This is not easy to understand. Most of them, luckily, he's not talking about what he ate for dinner, but yeah, He had a lot on his mind, a lot on his plate, for sure. No problem. I will say, based on whatever that night we saw, says it, I'm pretty sure it said it was going to speak to the Empyrean, correct? That could be this Imperius. Maybe it's all connected. Lots of things are seeming connected right now. Well, I'm not going to keep you all up for too much longer. If there is any more books you wish to read in the next few hours, feel free to ask. Otherwise, I might be bedding down, and I will require them back soon. If nothing else, Colte will, head back off into his tent for a while, leaving you all to this very large lore drop. Lots of stuff.
Yeah, lots and lots of stuff.
Yeah, lots of history, both immediate and, long ago. It's big angels and a whole bunch of stuff.
It's above my pay grade, whatever it is.
So
I
with
do
that,
not get paid enough.
with that, yeah, we cut back to watches. That was a long. That was a
Oh,
long.
which two of the Cardins got away? You said it was two of his children?
Yeah, his wife, the wife of the king, and his daughter, his youngest daughter. So the
Wife
ones that,
of Okay.
the
Wife
wife
of the
of
king
the
and
king,
daughter.
they were Tana and Gita,
Tana
respectively,
and
wife and daughter.
Lisa. That's
Don't mix them up.
no way.
I'll paste it.
Hopefully. I make no promises.
So
This really sounds like one of those things. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, so just in case you needed to remember, Albus was the brother of the king and the high cleric, followed by Coleman, who was the captain
Master
of
of the
the guard.
guard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Followed by LeBeau and Lambert, who were the sons of Eber.
Of Eber, and Eber
Mhm.
was the king.
Yep. Coleman, who was Master of the Guard, also was. He's a first cousin as well, so he was within the family line.
Okay, because
Then you had Shama and Alassane.
okay. All right.
Yeah, they were all part of the family.
Okay, brother king. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me get these notes straight. Uh,
There's a lot of
there.
names to this family. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Okay.
main important bit is that they were all part of the family. They were all Cardins.
Okay. And the king at the time was
Was Eber Cardin.
Eber Cardin.
Yep. EBER. I don't think I posted his name. Get in their name.
Eber Cardin.
Who stayed in the castle, so most likely his body is still in that castle somewhere.
King. Right. Then we have Tana Cardin.
Yep.
Cardin. Queen. Then Gita Cardin. Was daughter. Princess, I guess, would be the
Mm-hmm.
proper terminology here. All right. High Cleric Albus Cardin, brother of the king. So is Coleman also a Cardin, or he's part of the bloodline?
He's a Cardin, yeah.
Okay, Cardin, cousin of the king, master of the guard. Then Shama Cardin, or Shaman and Alison.
Yeah,
Cardins?
Shama and Alison. Yep, they're
Alright,
all
all
Cardins, all of them.
Okay, so Cardin and Cardin. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh man! All right, cool. And they were also the religious fanatics,
Yeah,
the twins. I mean,
yeah, LeBeau and Lambert. They were very much almost like in the pocket of Albus.
Which
they-
religion?
Specifically of Lathander.
Okay, religious fanatics.
They
of
were.
Lathander.
I mean, they most likely. When Colte described them, he just called them fanatics. Potentially, they were probably, judging by like the state of the city, they were probably Lathander
Most
worshippers,
likely.
but fanatically, they're probably very close to what Albus is. You know, being this person, like they were almost fanatical to his ideal, which is to attain angelic nature again, to be once again an angel.
Okay. Alrighty. Bless you, whoever that was.
Aggressive sneeze.
Devin. They all said bless you. Was my brother.
Not all of us.
Not all. Of
Not
them.
all of us.
The nice ones.
The nice ones.
I would have said bless you, but I was eating.
Oh, all good.
Chewing will forever condemn me as an asshole.
Always and forever. We'll never forget this.
Second watch. Can someone please roll me a perception check?
Yeah! I'd love to. If I could ever read.
Ooh.
Nat 20. Yeah, during your watch, it goes by fairly smoothly. As well. Except for the 5 eyes that are all attached to each other that you spot kind of floating out of the ground just over the tent. And they kind of just like all begin looking in different directions, locking onto different individuals.
It's nice.
Can
You
I
see, yes.
I was gonna say, can I assume these are the eyes of Zathriel or whatever?
You can make any assumption you want.
Okay.
Do you want to roll for your assumption?
Yeah, what do I roll?
Roll a d20. Okay.
14.
You successfully make an assumption.
Nice.
Yeah, you can see. Let me just do a little cheeky. Okay, you see the eyes look around, and you watch all 5 of the eyes converge and look at you.
Okay.
You hear 5 voices in your head, all at the same time. Go, hello.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Oh, hello.
I am watching.
Okay.
It does not speak. You watch as the eyes just keep looking at you.
Okay. I'll just look back, I guess.
You just having to stare off at the eyes.
I don't know if I guess.
You said you look back. You just like stare back at them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the only thing to look at.
Okay. Roll a con check.
Okay.
Oh my.
The eyes lose the staring contest. As you can see, they kind of like shake for a moment, and you watch as like 4 of them split up again and begin watching your compatriots. And then the one that was staring at you, you watch it kind of like shake itself, and you watch it like dip lower than the others, and then goes into the tent. And you watch as it turns and looks towards the sleeping form of Colte, or what you presume to be the sleeping form of Colte.
Wild night.
What a night.
Yeah. That is it. That's yeah.
When my replacement wakes up, can I point out the eyes? Do they see them too?
Oh, the eyes are gone.
Oh,
So now you're just crazy.
I don't mention
What
them
else
then.
is new?
How do you say you saw eyes?
She said she doesn't mention them now.
Yeah, if they're gone
Well, no,
by
you
the time I replace
they were
wakes
there,
up.
but when you wake up your replacement and go to point them out, the eyes are gone.
Oh, okay.
I'll just say, oh, and there are watching us right now.
And I'll point to where they were last.
And
And-
I'll look. What the eyes exactly?
There were 5 of them, and they started staring at me, and they told me that they were watching. And I looked back, and then they stopped looking at me and looked at the rest of you.
Why did you not wake us sooner?
They weren't hurting nobody. And I didn't want anyone to lose sleep.
I see. And they are no longer here.
Seems like it.
All right, so I will keep this in mind. Whole time, you're like, she might just be a little crazy, but
He's like, I'm not gonna call her crazy to her face.
yeah, we'll cross this bridge when we come to it. All right, I will keep the warning in mind, but I will just continue my watch for now.
Okay, make a perception check.
All right. And waiting for it to load. Come on. Man, load up. All right, hold up. Reopen up my Yo, why is this not loading? Come on. What's going on?
You might be having my
18
problem.
there.
Did it crash?
It didn't crash. Like Roll20's working. I'm reloading Roll20 now.
Hmm.
But now I'm stuck on the loading screen.
I can roll for you if you wish.
Go ahead, that's fine. Go ahead and roll the perception.
Okay. Let me get in your sheet. Perception. 18. Okay. Over the course of your watch, it is a pretty mundane watch. There doesn't seem to be any sounds of the undead from deep within the caves here. The only sound that does wake you, or kind of shakes you into like noticing something, is there is a slight bit of words that you begin to hear coming from Colte's tent.
Oh, okay. What did I roll?
You rolled an 18.
Okay.
Did not show.
Well, I can't see it yet. I'm still
Mhm.
loading. All right. Does it sound like Colte?
Yeah.
Can I identify what he's
You hear him say, time is a vicious circle. Changes in servants, nature, my favorite idea came to pass. Tell them I said hello. That's about it.
Sounds like
okay?
slam poetry.
It does.
It's probably not too difficult to discern that is a message with a hidden meaning.
Ideally, gotcha.
It seems
Okay.
he used one of his abilities.
So he's just contacting somebody, most
Mhm.
likely. Okay. That's his business. I'm not really about to dig too deep into that. I'm not that invested into him.
Yeah.
All right, then just continue on with the night, I suppose.
Gotcha. Yeah. Other than that, you don't really spot anything. You know, it's a fairly mundane night.
Okay. Cool.
As you go to wake everyone up for the morning, as it's hard to really discern the passage of
And
time in a dark cave. You kind of have to
Yeah, right.
have excess an outside stimula to kind of showcase that it is morning. Um, Colte kind of begins to walk out of his tent, and you see Hotet begins to pack everything up. Um, the tent itself seems to just fold in on itself. The bookcase and the desk, everything almost seems to become like one of those books in a single, in like one of those. It's like that paper in those books where, as you open the page, it folds outward and becomes like a solid object. But then he folds it into the next page almost, and you watch as all the objects become 2D and flat, and then fold into a very flat tent surface, which he folds up nicely, and stuffs it into the chest that he has.
Interesting. Nifty.
Mm-hmm. Well, that once you finish with that, go take down the curtain, please, and then we should be all set to go. One last thing, I technically don't have the ability to cast the spell, but my partner has my other, and he pulls out a small little stone. This is my speaking stone. When I return to Broken Bridge, I will fetch my partners, and I'll be able to communicate with you once per day, and send you the message when it's all clear in Broken Bridge. Till then, my partner's probably not going to answer this, and he will hold it out for any of you.
Honestly, I think Atlas should hold on to it.
Okay, yeah, I'll grab it.
Okay. Hopefully, I can see you all in Broken Bridge soon. Hopefully, with more news. My partner has been doing his own research, so we'll see what happens. It has been a wonderful time, truly, meeting all of you, and I greatly appreciate your help. You have done more for me than you even know.
You have helped us a great deal as well. It has been mutual.
I wish you all well on the journey to Clash, and hopefully, news doesn't spread too fast. I doubt it will. Clash is far away, and genuinely, it's a quiet frontier town. The Lord there is nice, if a little battle hungry, but should be a fine journey.
Okay. There we go. There we go. Finally loaded. Golly.
Hotet walks back into the room, lumbering with the what you see is this like metallic device that seemed to have been the basis of this curtain that has veiled you all in a silence, a one-way silence at least.
Okay.
Puts all that stuff in the chest and hoists it with both of his hands, and you can see it's a little off kilter. It's definitely designed to be almost like a palanquin, designed for two people to grab onto one side, two people to grab on. Oh, one person to grab onto one side, one person to grab onto the other. But being that the other version of Hotet was destroyed, it's just him. He just has to bulk carry it.
I like to imagine he's at the front and the rear sticks are like just dragging along the ground.
It's more like he's like holding it at his like waist height, and he's just holding on to like the two sticks on the right side, and he's just hoisting it up. And
Yeah.
it looks very awkward. It looks like one person is trying to carry like a decent size like love seat.
This is
Oh my.
he's not gonna go up any stairs
Oh
or
no,
down any stairs.
he cannot
that's for
pivot at
sure.
all.
His range of mobility is limited.
Hmm. But he is fantastically strong.
Yeah. This guy's worth like 3 mules.
Yeah,
3 mules.
makes you wonder how much a chapter brute is worth, morally speaking.
All right.
Fucking
Who
free
gives a
labor.
fuck about morals?
Yeah, no, for real though. Free labor, fantastically strong, can't
Mhm.
talk, can never spill your secrets.
Yeah, and if
You
it
can
dies,
invest.
supposedly it can turn into a giant tentacle monster. It's great.
Yeah.
I might have to invest into one of these.
You have to.
Hey.
For science.
I might have to make my own, just see if I
Yeah.
Oh,
can do
you
it.
maybe you could. Once you get to Broken Bridge, his Colte's partner probably hook you up.
Yeah.
You might have to spend like 100,000 gold, but still.
Ooh, 100,000. Oh my.
Maybe not yet, but soon.
Eventually, I'll monetize my medical prowess one day.
If we kill and rob enough people.
Right.
That's
One,
happening.
a few good heists.
Yeah, if you get eyes. Rob a bank, hostage a king, shit like that.
There's so many options.
Nice. Yeah. But with that, Colte will begin to head out the cave. And if you watch him go, he begins heading southward, out the main entrance of the city.
Okay. All right.
The day is fresh and new, and it is perfectly ready for you to travel. So, you're all heading to Clash?
Yeah.
Sure.
How do you wish to get there?
By foot.
I mean, that is going to happen, yes.
Yeah.
Are we willing to travel at a slow pace so I can not be?
I mean, I don't think we really have too much of a choice.
Yeah, because my foot is fucked up.
Did the
Get on
Yo-
someone's back.
no, hold up. Did the paladins have like a cart and horse?
Oh, yeah, what kind of transportation did they have? So-
The Paladins, they had
Yeah.
no transportation. They walked.
Oh,
I went-
it's fucking soldiers.
Bonnie, can you build
Yeah.
like a cot? Or crutches or something?
Or a
Um,
fee.
how heavy is Ripley? That's hard to tell. I'm not sure. He's tall, but he's really bony. But he also has wings, so it's a lot of bone density, even if it's not a lot of body weight.
How tall is he?
He's 6'2", but he slouches a lot.
Like
So he
6'2"
looks
slouches.
about like 5'11".
All right, so he's probably and he's like skinny.
Oh yeah, he looks like he is about to starve to death at all times.
Okay, so
But
that
he
would
does
probably
eat normally.
okay. That would probably put him around like 140-ish
Yeah, but then he's got
130
all the extra bones in his wings.
in his
So
wings. So he probably is pushing every bit of like 210 to 220.
yeah, mostly bone weight.
Yeah, for those bones. Yeah, because if it's just his wings are tattered, but they still the bones in me, probably like 210 to 220.
Yeah.
Plus his stuff.
Yeah, plus his equipment. He does not have a ton of equipment because he can't carry a lot. His carrying
Right.
capacity is very low. He's got 90 pounds in equipment.
All right,
Which is
so
like
let's say
still a lot, but
roughly 300 pounds, Bonnie.
unless he just leaves all his shit behind.
All of it. Every bit.
Just put him in a bag of holding. He'll fit.
We'll
We don't
make it
have
work.
one, but put him in
We
one
can-
anyway.
We can make it work. Don't worry. This something holds his breath for a long.
You do have
time.
one? Oh right, Artificer.
Yeah.
He does
Bonnie's
have
holding
to
out.
breathe, unfortunately.
Bonnie said, "You guys don't get stuff from me for free. You have to pay for this."
This is evil. It's evil campaign.
Maybe you guys didn't get the memo.
If you leave the bag of holding open at the top, does oxygen go inside?
Yes.
Can Ripley hang out in a bag?
I mean, you could.
So
Who are
he's
you gonna
not.
trust to hold the bag open?
I mean, it's not the worst situation he's been in if it closes.
I think it might be.
He's been through worse. I promise.
Yes. Ah! I mean, I believe you. I do. I just feel like give it 10 minutes and he might not have.
You don't know.
That's valid, ain't it? You don't know how bad it gets till it gets there.
You don't know what he's been through, man.
You're not wrong though.
I don't know what he's been through, but I don't really know what Hadar will do to you if you die.
I can only dream.
Just hang out with the bagman. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, if it's alright with everybody, Ripley is very injured and has to rest, otherwise it will not heal. So if I can just chill in a bag of holding, that'd be pretty dope.
Oh, Gil
Yeah.
doesn't. Gil does not care one way or another. If that's what you want to do with your time,
Is
Yeah,
Bonnie
if you want to live
offering
in
the
a bag,
bag?
that's fine by me.
I assume you asked about the weight because you were talking about the bag. Not really. Okay, never mind.
I don't want. I've realized that I cannot predict Bonnie at all. I can't, not in the slightest.
I don't know why else she'd want to know how much he weighs.
For like crutches.
Trying to see how far you can throw him?
But yeah, probably for crutches. No,
Yeah.
how much weight.
I can predict Bonnie.
If you know how to make crutches, he would gladly accept.
Regardless, we're moving slow though, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really, no matter what.
So, which route do you wish to take? So, the main road heads south through Reedtown and then up to Clash. Or you go north out of the city and then around the cliffs around Cardinal.
What's the time frame for both?
If you were to take south to Reedtown and then cut to Clash, you're looking at like 86 miles. Going
Okay.
slightly north of Cardinal, so like from where you guys are right there, there. You have to go a little bit north and then around the cliffs and hills. Straight shot, you're looking at 63 miles. Or if you were to just go south of Cardinal and then cut across the water, you could make it in 43.
Wait, hold up. You said if we go to Reedtown and then cut up, that's 86,
Yeah,
and then
that's like
if we were
following
to
the main.
go,
That's following like the main road, or like just
yeah,
like skirting the edge of the river lake,
yeah.
the river where it
Do
turns
we
into the lake.
want to go on a main road? Because if we just cut through the woods, it'll be like
It's not
shitty
direct.
travel.
It's
But...
not direct because there are cliffs right on the edges of Cardinal. Like if
Oh yeah, the cliffs.
yeah, so to showcase.
So really, we'll be going north, and then we'll be going southwest
Mm-hmm.
to get there to actually.
Yeah, you're going north probably. I'd say maybe about.
Well, we can say this. Word hasn't made it.
Probably about an hour.
Word hadn't made it to these paladins, so it's possible that word has not made it to Reedtown. And if we go to Reedtown, that'll give you don't have to just try to tough it out. We can rest a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yep.
going
And
north puts you
walking
back
on-
into like pretty deep forests. You know, which I
I
mean,
don't really want to have crutches in the woods.
Exactly.
Great.
Yeah.
I think we can be fine going to Reed Town, and then from there we can decide if you want to cut along the uh lake or if you want to continue following the main road. That was the other option, right? To kind of cut and not entirely follow the main road.
yeah, if you could cross the river, it wouldn't be too bad.
Can you see the big map again?
Yeah. Big map. Boop. And then I go back to the small map.
Yeah, so we can go from here and kind of try to see if we can find a method to cross the water, which we can just kind of cut through. Otherwise, we would have to
Mhm.
go like that, which would shave off about 20 miles.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we just get to Reed Town and see where we go
Yeah,
from
like
there.
and figure out from that point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
'cause,
maybe
like-
there's more boats for us to steal.
Yeah.
Indeed. And besides, we haven't, like I said, our faces aren't plastered everywhere yet, so we don't really have to be completely hidden.
Hmm.
We just have to make sure that we aren't drawing unnecessary attention to ourselves. I mean,
Gotcha.
with our group, we kind of don't look inconspicuous, but
Yeah, I think the paladins that were hunting us also travel more like north anyways, so it's probably better the void than the north anyways.
valid. So, Reed
Okay.
Town?
Yeah, Reed
Yeah.
Town.
So,
To
south
Reedtown we
towards
go.
Reedtown. Reedtown is 41 miles away, specifically. So it's probably going to be, I'd say, probably, I'll put it a 2-day journey. Well, if you're traveling at a slower pace as well, make it a 4-day journey in order to allow Ripley to kind of heal and not put too much strain on Ripley. You could. There are a lot of abandoned wagons throughout the city. There was a couple that you saw in the fight against during the ambush of the paladins. There's a lot of them. There's not really animals left in the city, but you could have a strong person kind of pull them.
Wait, pull what now? Oh, you
Pull
said a
wagon.
carriage? Oh, pull. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
like a wagon or something. Definitely not a carriage, but
yeah, like yeah, something.
I
I
think I can make
mean,
crutches work.
yeah, I mean,
I don't want to be relying solely on somebody else to get me
if you
somewhere.
use crutches and go at a slow pace, I will say it could probably half the healing time.
Okay. So instead of like 4 days of rest, it was count as 2.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take it.
Oh, good.
The consequences of falling off a cliff.
When will you learn?
the consequences of my actions. What do you know?
It's my least favorite part of actions is the consequences.
Valid.
Honestly, very, very valid.
Why can't we just do stuff and nothing matters?
So, is there a marching order or anything?
I don't think we need a particular marching order this time around.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be in the front though.
Okay.
Ripple will probably try and be sort of in the middle-ish with his hood up. Trying not to be super visible.
Understood. So as you begin traveling for this first day, can I have someone roll me a D100, please? $64.
5 away from being nice.
Honestly, so uh, during the course of this journey, you have clear skies over this first day. Can I have another D100, please?
Somebody else do it.
I'll do it.
I'll run out of luck very quickly. Day 2 dragon attack.
62.
Day 2 Dragon. That does seem like how that typically goes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We went from a perfect day to a complete to a complete disaster. Crazy how that works.
Yeah. Who would have ever guessed?
Oh, similar.
Yeah, I got a 62.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay. So as you're traveling over the course of the first day, um, you see what looks to be an old abandoned farm that has gone into great disrepair. You can see fields of old withered wheat and barley, and you can see what looks to be a small little stable that had probably at one point housed a bunch of livestock or something. And currently in its place, you can see a massive murder of ravens, or sorry, an unkindness of ravens. You can see probably a good like 75 of them just gathered in this currently devoid of anything pasture.
Weird.
And as you're kind of eyeing this and saying weird, there is the sound of heavy wings flapping, and you turn your head, and you see on a small little post just across the road from this larger abandoned farm is a pure white raven.
A pure white raven.
With the tips of its tail feathers being stark blood red. It's honestly, it looks like a massive raven. Definitely bigger than any of the other ones, and it kind of just lands and looks at you.
I've ever seen one of those before in this area.
No,
Does this seem natural?
it's a little weird. It kind of looks at you, and it almost seems to be making eye contact with many of you.
Oh no! The last time an animal made contact with us, it turned into a goat monster.
Um,
I don't like animals making eye contact.
But what time it's different.
I don't believe it is.
I like how Ripley saying that one.
We'll never know unless we try.
We can just ignore them.
All right, so it just stopped and is looking at us.
Mhm.
Hmm. is what to do? What to do? What to do?
We should wave at it.
Osnath waits at it, I guess.
Unless someone else has any bright ideas.
Ah! Ah! It calls at you.
Oh.
I vote that we let these birds do their business and leave them alone.
Being friendly.
I guess. Yeah. I mean, if it's not doing, is there any symbolism behind a white raven with red tail feathers?
Make a history check.
Okay.
Would I know of it from any of my readings about curses and whatnot?
Make a history check. With advantage. Both of you have probably heard the phrase, ravens can be a sign of bad tidings, but their monarchs bring mischief and upheaval. Leading you to both come to separate conclusions that this could be a specific type of raven, a raven of ill omen, that can supposedly bring good luck or curse you.
Well, it seems this is a varying omen. It could be something good or eerily disastrous.
Disastrous omen.
Amazing. I'm gonna pull out the rock we just got that we were told attracts a bad presence. I'm just gonna hold it in my hand.
There's an immediate ah, and it flies up, and it begins to like. It doesn't go fully away. You see it like probably backs up to like a small like half tree that is just beginning to grow, and it like kind of lands and perches on that tree. Not fully disappearing, but definitely got further away. It went from like 10 feet to maybe like 45.
Okay, so it doesn't like this rock.
So, this is a raven of good omens, then.
I did say disastrous out loud, so
I also did as well, though.
Disastrous.
Well, regardless of what it means, something is bound to happen, whether beneficial to us or not.
yeah. I'm gonna put the stone away.
The bird flies closer. Lands where it previously was at.
Maybe it is just gonna see what this rock attracts and then get a kick out of it.
It could be something that's so wholesome, I suppose.
It doesn't want anything, does it?
I don't know, it's a bird.
Bird. Want anything?
I would love if we didn't have things that repeated what we said. First the doll, now the bird.
All right, well,
Truly
No
a
need
lot of
to
mimics today. Yes.
right.
The house
I see no
begins to
purpose
stand
in-
up.
Oh, no.
No!
I see no purpose in sitting here and wondering about its
Yeah, I think we
intentions.
should just go.
Hmm.
Riashen Sarashk.
I'm sorry, the bird says that?
Yes.
He doesn't have the vocal cords for that.
Do any of you speak Sylvan?
He says Sylvan.
Sylvan.
Nope.
Nope.
But I'm gonna
Uh-uh.
wave goodbye.
Okay. You all bid the bird goodbye, and it kind of watches. You get about 30 feet away, and you hear it just do a single ah ah. It begins to flies over your head, and then you watch 100 other ravens who have flown from their little pen begin to follow it. And soon 100 ravens pass you, turning the sky dark and black as they all go in your direction.
In our direction. Isn't that great?
In the direction you're traveling.
Okay. Wonderful. That is just amazing.
I love everything that's happening right now.
Right? This
I
is
think
it
it's
couldn't
good
get any
and great,
better.
actually.
So many friends.
We're making friends everywhere we go.
Yeah.
This is like the opposite of last campaign, where we just made enemies everywhere we went.
Yeah. We're so optimistic for being evil.
Okay. You all continue forward. I love that. You all get maybe about another 2 hours into your journey, when all of a sudden, Ripley, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Now I'm on crutches.
Mhm.
So does that do anything?
Make it with disadvantage.
All right, that's what I assumed.
Okay. Roll a d4.
I don't love this.
Okay, that's a 7. As you're kind of walking on the crutches, there is a almost like a hidden rock that one of your crutches hits, and you immediately go stumbling forward and try to catch yourself on the other crutch, and the crutch snaps,
Ah, fuck.
and you go clambering into the mud.
God damn it.
Are you all right? I would offer a hand up, but it wouldn't get you that high. It-
Sorry, I'm back. Yeah, he'll take the hand. Yeah, I'm fine. Just hit a rock, I think.
Ha!
We hear the crow.
You see the crow. It's on a
Where
tree,
is it?
about 30 feet up. You see it cocks its head, flies off.
If I see you again, I will try to kill you.
Kill you.
I wonder what it has going on in its internals. Most intriguing.
All right, I'm gonna, I guess, use one crutch from now on.
The rivalry begins.
We should take your other crutch. In case someone knows mending.
Bonnie does. Can you mend my crutch that you so gracefully made me?
5 silver pieces.
I don't have that.
You don't have 5 silver pieces?
I
You got
have.
200 gold.
I do have gold. Anybody got change?
Bonnie probably has change.
I have 1 silver piece and 200 gold pieces.
I'm probably like, I'll do a loan with interest payments.
Mm.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay.
Oh,
You
that's
all
my next
continue.
evil character. I just said greedy capitalist. Okay.
I love capitalists.
There's one
Um,
in every party.
who's the one? Oh, yeah, it's Bonnie right now. But
Last campaign
uh,
was Mabehi.
yeah, last time was May.
Absolutely.
Well, May wasn't really a capitalist. She really was just a thief.
True.
I think
Sorry.
the closest capitalist
So
we
you
had
mean
was
she was
Seer.
a capitalist,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, technically, but she didn't have like a business. She just
No,
They
stole.
just took
No,
advantage of the situation
you
of
get
being
it.
a capitalist.
You get it. It's a joke.
I
I said all
know.
capitalists are thieves.
All of them. Every single one.
All of them.
She was at least
Exploitative.
very active in her thievery. She
Oh,
did it
yeah.
herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I give her that.
Very
She didn't try to
successful.
steal like second handedly. She was like, no, it's going to be in your pocket. It's going to be mine. That's it. Okay. Yeah, I will be keeping an eye out for that crow though from now
Okay.
further.
Yeah. It does delay you a good little bit, but you continue on. Okay. As you continue, make a perception check.
Okay. Oh my gosh, man.
If anyone else wants to look out for the bird, then yeah, you could.
Oh yeah, I
My
think this thing is
rolls.
bullying me, so I'm definitely trying to look for it.
My rolls are atrocious right now.
Okay. About an hour later, Egil doesn't spot it. Even though it's pretty obvious, seeing this bright white bird, kind of matched up against a fairly dark pine tree that it's just clutched onto. But it kind of cocks its head towards all of you as it sees you once more. And as you get within 60 feet of it, do you say anything, Ripley?
Point it out. Hey, there's our new friend.
How far is it?
60 feet.
I will how far can I throw these? 60 feet, obviously. Nice, of course. I will chuck a dart at it.
Okay.
Oh, I need to roll at a disadvantage anyway. After one, I told you. Apparently today is not my day.
Um.
I had disadvantage regardless, but
Okay. Yeah. That's a 0.
that's a 0.
Yes, it's a 0. You throw a single dart, and as you do, there's just something about your aim that is so bad that you throw the dart, and you look down 3 feet away in the mud. That's where your dart landed. And you look back up at the bird, and you just hear it. Missed me. And it'll take off again. And you just hear this cackling just beginning to fade off into the distance as it just goes. As you made it almost seemingly, it seems to have dropped an act that it was giving off just by laughing at you.
Yeah, so this thing doesn't just repeat, it also can fully speak. I love that about a bird.
I love that about it. Well, obviously, this is not some mere crow that we're dealing with.
Ripley, you watch as it flies off maybe about 80 feet and begins circling behind you.
I get in a fight with a bird.
And as it does, you watch suddenly the sky fills with dark as you see it flies back from behind you with 100 ravens behind it.
Hmm.
Suddenly, you watch as it begins to kind of dive down, and you watch as all the ravens begin to form a slight circle around you. You watch as 30 of them land in that pine tree 60 feet away. You watch as 50 of them kind of like begin to spread around you as the others continue flying in a circle. And let's see here. It dives down. You watch as the pure white bird dives and then calmly flaps once and will actually just land on Eagle's shoulder. And doesn't seem to attack you. It just lands nice and natural, just perches on your shoulder a little bit, and you see it almost seems to have a smile on its beak. Like if a bird could smile at you, it is. Ah, sorry about that.
Ripley almost falls over because he jumped so fucking hard hearing it talk.
Well, this is certainly unexpected.
Ah. Once I realized you were trying to kill me, I had my fun with you. Chucking that dart into the dirt. It's so funny still. Ah, sorry. I broke character for a bit there.
And you are. That character would be.
Oh, well, I'm just a simple old raven. Ah,
God, improv Raven, the worst kind.
They're practicing for their stand-up routine.
God, no.
So I was following this group, right?
Oh no.
So, normal Raven, what don't you like about the rock I've got?
oh, well, it's very pretty, very shiny. But I wouldn't touch that with my claw, or any part of me for that matter.
What is that?
Can't you feel it? The evil?
I think if I could feel every source of evil around me, I'd probably go more insane than I already am. Sort of
Every
built
other
up a
person.
tolerance.
Well, perhaps. No, that is a, well, that would kill you if they found you.
They?
Oh, yes. Always more than one. They travel in packs, favoring trios.
Oh no. God damn it. Please tell me it's not what I think it is.
And what would that be?
Well, at first it'll stalk you. Then you'll hear the whistling. And then you'll be dead.
That's
I did not answer the question.
that's really helpful information. Anything usable?
It's in oblivion. There. You have a name now.
Have I ever heard of one of those before?
Make a history check. Or Arcana. Or religion.
I'll go with Arcana.
14. You have no clue.
Well, w- what is one of these oblivions?
Oh, they're creatures of darkness.
And they are following the rock.
Well, typically when one dies, they turn to that.
Hmm.
They like to find them, though. Gather around them. It can be cured. You can remove the curse on it. But something tells me I don't think you all have that ability.
Ripley just puts his hand in his pocket where the stone is and like holds it for a second, just like in his pocket, and then lets go of it again. So it attracts these things because they want to be around it.
Well, it's a magnet for them. It is one of them. Like I said, they travel in packs.
Huh. Okay.
And what is your name?
Ah, names, names, names. You can call me Grim if you want. You can call me DeRaven. You can call me. Grim's fine.
Grim.
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 Yes.
Grim slash the Raven. Oh, that's. Okay.
So Grim, why'd you decide to start following us?
Oh, you didn't give me anything. And you look like fun to mess with. But when you attempted to attack me, it's sort of well, mischief is fun. Murder is not so much.
Right, that's more of a crow's prerogative, huh?
Well, I try not to murder.
Damn, this bird doesn't understand my bird joke.
Wait, what'd you say?
A murder of crows.
Actually, it takes him a second, and then he probably will realize the joke at the same time that I did. Very late. He goes, "You're actually funny. Sorry about your crutch. I didn't actually do
Yeah,
anything. If it
It's alright.
helps you, I made you had a little bit of ill luck for the past few hours."
It's alright. I'll be fine.
So, what is it that you actually wanted from us? Since we didn't give you anything.
Just enjoyment.
I see. Well, will you be following us the rest of the way?
Where are you heading?
Read.
Oh. Well, I can definitely follow that way. My pack is hungry if you're willing to help us.
How many crows does this look like? Or
Definitely
ravens?
more than 2.
Definitely more than 2.
Isn't it
Yeah.
like 100 that
I
you were
mean,
Yeah, it's
describing
yeah, it's
earlier?
about 100.
Yeah, I was saying
It's like
because
a
you say
swarm.
I was saying you said they blackened out the sky.
Yeah,
So
this is an unkindness of ravens, for sure. It's a massive pack. Like this is also this is clearly a very intelligent creature. Like
What do they eat?
whatever we can find. Preferably, some meat would do them well.
meat. Well, we do have meat technically.
Just to feed this entire unkind. Do they want us to slaughter Reedtown?
We were just asking for some food from our bags.
I'm not
The
saying.
bird did say they don't cause murder. They just cause mischief.
The
Yeah,
bird
I'm not
doesn't
saying you to
murder.
murder an entire city of humans. I have loved annoying the hell out of those Reed Towners. No, but there's some creatures in the hills around here that would be fine meals for my unkindness. I would be grateful, and I would boon you for the rest of your travels.
That would be worth it. Yeah.
Seems you're quite capable.
Capable enough,
Let's go hunting.
capable enough to mess with people. But I would not tussle with any of you, even with my unkindness surrounding me.
I feel as though we might benefit from helping him.
I would agree.
Yeah, seems like a pretty stand-up bird,
Ah, thank you.
all things considered.
Is there any particular meat that you desire?
Whatever you can get your hands on, I would be very grateful. I can take down small prey, but to feed my entire flock, it's more difficult than you would imagine.
I'm quite certain. Oh, and the cough is still present. I just keep forgetting to do it. This
I imagine it's rough on your throat, so it's understandable.
it's not even rough. I just forget to do it because that's why I don't do like a heavy, deep cough. I just do kind of a slight one.
Those
Okay.
got tiny lungs.
Exactly. I can't do a big bark like
No, that would hurt.
on a regular basis. Yeah. All right. I'm more than willing to go into the mountains to get him some food.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Did I lose you the token before you guys are on the map? Dang it.
Yeah, Austin, that's first thing. Are we doing a mass sacrifice?
Absolutely not. Please don't murder.
He's like, I was not prepared for this type of evil campaign. Don't
No.
do this.
This creature is not evil. He's literally just completely neutral.
He's just a silly
I was
guy.
worried.
He is
She
very
was-
much just a silly guy.
I just
I
like
kind
how
of like him.
Austin is just so. I don't mind. We can do this.
Like I.
It's literally the only reason he stopped is because honestly, if you would have like actually hit him, he probably would have left you alone. But because of how bad your throw was, because also he baned you, so your throw was even worse than it should have been. It was just so funny.
Dang, he baited me to a 0 though.
Yeah.
What the fuck kind of
Yeah.
bean does he have?
He baned you, bro. It just you
Bait
subtract.
me-
You subtract.
uh,
It was so good.
oh,
It was so good.
I was like, what the fuck did he do to me?
Yeah, there's a reason that a lot of your roles have kind of been not working. The only reason Ripley saw him is because the bird rolled a 7 on its stealth check.
Damn.
I love Grim. Grim is cool.
I like him
Yeah.
a lot.
I'm glad that he's not asking us to commit a mass sacrifice.
You aren't, but is Asinov?
It is because look, she doesn't want to commit a mass sacrifice for Grim.
Only
But
for
for her,
Hadar.
but for Hadar, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yes. I mean, if it was for Hadar, that'd be a different story. But it's not, is it?
it can overlap.
That's true. But it's also not very sustainable, is it?
Yeah, you need
Asnath
the
would prefer a sustainable
source
source
of
of
murder.
sacrifices. Yeah.
This is not an ethical sacrifice.
It's not about ethics. It's about efficiency.
Oh man.
Okay, so I
And
guess we're going to hunt.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. He'll probably say to you, "Well, I can lead you into some of the hills around here, and um, there's a few there's a few cows that I had my eyes on. I'd like to get to them before they become carnivorous."
Before the cows become carnivorous.
Yes. There is a hunger curse going on around here, so gotta be careful
Oh,
about it.
yeah.
Mm,
We have run
We've
across that
run into
already.
that before.
Oh, wonderful. Then you have experience. Well,
Yeah.
Well,
The hunger curse is what gives animals beautiful eyes.
Grim looks at you. I like you.
Grimton, you're cool.
My greatest achievement in life will be making a good impression on this fake raven.
Okay. Well, I guess we're heading into the hills a little bit to get some food to chew.
So,
Ready to kill some
as you all
cows.
begin to head off into the hills, I will say you've been traveling most of your day, so it is dark at this. It is getting dark, so heading off into the woods to try to set up a camp would not be a bad idea either. And you have 100 ravens to watch over you over the course of the night. So Grim will, suggest you all get some rest, and in the morning, he will begin the hunt with you, and do his best to help. So as this happens, I'm actually going to end the session here tonight because it's getting a little late.
Indeed, indeed.
In the next section, we can begin the hunt, led by Grim.
Indeed,
Awesome.
indeed.
How many days has it been since we all met, by the way?
Uh,
Probably about 4 or 5.
Okay.
really, that's it?
I think you spent.
Feels like more because we went through a horrible survival experience together.
Yeah, I think this is going to be your 5th day. Because you spent one
Like
night
we're
in the.
going into our 5th day, or we're ending our 5th day?
So you spent one night in the woods, just surviving. One night in the house. No, you left and went into the woods again, but from the house. Spent the night there. You. Did you? Oh wait, did you spend the night in the cliffs above the cliffs?
No.
No.
We just went right down.
Okay, you went right down, and then that's where you met Colte, and
Colte.
spent the night in there.
Then another night in the cave again after dealing with the paladins.
Mm-hmm.
No, after that night we spied on them, and then the next day we fought the paladins.
So we're at the end of day
I
5.
thought you spied on the first day when you met Colte.
I
No. Because we
no,
were
no,
so
no.
hurt.
Yeah, because we were so hurt, we needed to rest before we went on spying on the paladins.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
So basically, we're coming up to just about a week.
Yeah.
So we're ending our 5th day,
Mm-hmm.
if I counted right.
Yeah, I think so. So we're going into day 6.
We've known each other for just under a week.
Yep.
And we've killed a lot of official soldiers in the time.
Yeah. Yeah. You killed 9 soldiers. Yeah, with that, this is the end of our 6th session.
All right.
Nice little one.
That's nice.
Not too much going on.
Yeah, and this a little bit for the funsies.
We're averaging about
Oh, it was
a day
there.
per session.
Exactly. I really appreciate not having a fast travel right now. It's nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
Yeah. Fast travel is very convenient for late game because like it's hard to find like little encounters to do
Yeah.
late game. Like
Every,
every fight in
everything
the
is
late game, it has to
is
be like
grand.
yeah, it has to be
Is
a grand fight. This I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna like I rolled. I'm like, okay, Raven of Ill Omen. How can I make this if it turns into a fight? How can I make this like kind of
Because
okay? I'm
like
like a swarm of
because
ravens. Cool.
these are the characters that you remember and that do something that is even more memorable down the line
Mm-hmm.
versus just come across like, yeah, this guy's powerful already. Yeah, duh. Everybody
Yeah.
is.
We're not allowed to run into unpowerful people now.
Exactly. If we do, we are all inspiring to them because of how powerful we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's a cool little raven. I like the Raven of Ill
Yeah.
Omen.
Okay, that was
Yeah.
cool. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I'm glad
He's
we
a
didn't kill him.
little creepy at first. I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna play it up, like pretend he's a normal raven.
If I had hit him, he would have been like, "All right, these guys are not nice. I don't want to be around them anymore."
Oh yeah, he would have just left. Like that would have been the end of that encounter, probably.
If he didn't,
Because
come
he
back
was
so
far enough
soon-
away to like get out of the range of combat. He might have sicked his pack on you, but like, that would just be for him to escape probably for the most part. He's not the strongest.
We almost got into a fight with a bird.
Absolutely,
Oh man,
he's a good bird.
good bird indeed.
I love this
Mhm.
cursed rock I found. It's giving me ideas.
Oh yeah.
Making plans.
So many
That's
options.
good. You should put it in the King of the Grimolian Kingdom's pocket.
No,
That
I
would
want.
be
I
crazy.
actually. I want the Oblivions.
I
Oh,
want the okay. I like it.
I've got ideas.
I love where this is going.
yeah.
Okay. We'll see.
Seems like everyone wants minions.
Yeah.
Evil campaign. You gotta do what you gotta do.
I just need
made
a
a
couple of
friend.
drow. I just need a couple of drow.
I love my clown doll. I can't believe it's not cursed.
Oh man, this is gonna be crazy because I already know what Graham's gonna do. He's gonna give me a drow, and it's not going to be an enemy. So I'm gonna have to make a decision.
Easy
do,
decision.
do I just commit murder?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, screw it.
wait, you don't have to commit murder. You could just take their ears. You don't. It didn't say they need to be from a dead drow.
Yeah, it could be mutilation,
Yeah.
which will probably make me have to murder them.
They did surgery on a drow's
Oh,
ears.
did you find those mushrooms, by the way?
No,
No.
remember
No.
I ran into the Mothman.
Right.
You got
Just
yeah,
making
I
sure our
mean,
to-do
you
list
could have
is
gone into
updated.
the room and just looked at the bodies, but you made a
I
choice
wouldn't
to
have-
invest. You made a choice to investigate the addict, and I'm like, okay.
Well, the choice was so I wouldn't get ambushed by something coming out of the hole. That
Yeah,
was
but
the
you could have you could have looked at the dead bodies and then got ambushed. Like it was a choice to not
yeah,
get
and
ambushed.
then been blocked.
Nah, you would have gotten it. You just probably would have had to fight.
died in the process.
Not die. Not
Something
die.
told me I wanted to try to fight them, but I was like, I don't know how strong they are.
What?
They're 7 foot tall. I was like, yo, they're
Yeah,
big.
7 feet tall. Only 7 feet.
What are they gonna do? Eat my
Patient
clothes?
factor on those things.
It's not even.
was
That's
a
not even
little
the size
too
of
high.
Faradir.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
bigger,
but it's
bigger
like
than Gamesh,
3
though.
times the size of the girl.
Something told me to try, but I was like, just in case.
Mhm.
Just in case.
Someone told you to try, and then you were like, "Oh yeah, I'm. What are we? 3rd level?"
And I also have a -1 to my con. Let me not play this game.
I have a question. Brandon, how did you know that Karo's last name was Verstek?
I believe he told me.
I probably did. Oh, I did. Yeah. Yeah, it's in the same yeah, it's in our DMs.
Yeah, but I
'Cause,
was ready to know. It's like the last name like looked familiar. I was like, I think I knew that from somewhere. Then I looked at my other notes and I was like, oh, there it is.
Yeah. It was it was the same thing about in doctor's notes. I was like, I kept looking at that because I looked at doctor's notes more, I guess. So I kept looking at it. I'm like, oh, when are they gonna say something? Like if they ever look at their notes. I forgot that I had sent you that too. Actually, that's funny. I was like,
Amazing.
"Eh, is this ever gonna come up? Because I could tell you that you know the last name and like, that it's familiar, but I'm like, I'm gonna let you remember it. Yeah. So you know what that also means, though? Egil, do you remember the book I told you about that was written by the Verstex?
Oh, the let me see. Let me see. I wrote it down. Where is it? Oh, I was Chat Brutes.
Yep.
He wrote that book. So therefore, okay. Well, not he wrote that book, but someone interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So if I find him, I might be able to get notes on Chat Brutes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Kara, mind if we pick your brain?
Literally.
Well, I'm gonna let Atlas
Yeah.
brutalize him first, but just try not to kill him, so I get some information out of him first.
Well, gotta work fast.
Gotta work fast. I got you.
You know, maybe I'll have Revivify by then.
No, we can
Think
keep
about
on
that,
doing
Atlas.
this.
You can kill him twice.
Oh, perfect.
Second time, slower.
First time to get all your rage out. The second time is to really make it count.
Cold and calculated. I can't wait to see the type of people Atlas is going to be. Because right now he's just kind of
Yeah.
revenge. Right now it's just revenge. After that, I can't wait to see what he does.
Yep, just put me in front of that necromancer to see what happens.
How are you going to break?
No, that's not the part. It's going to be when he gets behind people that aren't evil. And Atlas is going to be like, look, you can get out the way or not. One way or another, I'm getting to him.
For anyone who's not been evil yet.
That's terrifying. Bonnie?
Has yeah, Bonnie's the only one who hasn't been evil. Egil, I feel like hasn't been like full blown evil. He's just been very he had no problem killing the paladins. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like
aside,
all of us have been evil to an extent, if only because we've allowed each other to partake in evil acts in front of us
yeah.
without
Yeah, for the most
any
part.
critique. Really.
I believe that Egil is just more morally apathetic.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, you're all bystanders to whatever the fuck Osnoth is
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah, and then when the
I-
paladin did say he would give me back my scalpels, then I would leave, and then you guys said no. I was like, no. I was like, I guess you gotta die, guy. I don't know what to tell
Yeah.
you. So I guess that does kind of align with people.
You're morally apathetic until someone crosses you personally.
Yeah, they took my scalpels. That is a doctor's important tool.
Yeah, he took your scalpels and was taking you to his leader, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe you could have gotten him back.
So-
You didn't have to kill. But that was definitely a choice you made.
It was definitely a choice.
Yeah.
Gil has decided that he is aligned with the group, and for his own survival, aligning himself with them is almost a necessity at this point.
Yeah. I don't think any of us could do anything we want to do by ourselves.
No. I stand out too much.
Mm-hmm.
We all stand out too
know, but-
much.
Yeah, we all. Again, like a typical D&D party, we all stand out too much.
I don't
None
know.
of us
Ripley
blend
goes to a
in.
lot of trouble to not be super noticeable.
That's why
And
you stand
yet-
out. That's why you stand out. You're the motherfucker in a cloak, always with the hood up, trying not to be seen.
Yeah.
That's the motherfucker you look at the most.
Never making eye contact. Like,
And surrounded by us.
yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
before he met you all, he'd been doing pretty damn good.
I'm just saying that, like, if you walk through town, people are noticing you, and you're big as fuck.
Nah, he
Yeah.
slouches.
Also,
That's
How did Asanath find you then?
That's a different thing.
That was a dar.
We got the same monster in our
Asa-
head.
Hadar doesn't talk to Asanath.
That's true. I'm his favorite boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I don't even know if Hadar knows about me.
Right?
I mean, yeah.
Does he even pay attention
He
to me?
isn't happy with me right now, though, so maybe you're in the running to be noticed in his favorite.
Only time will tell.
No, because I'm already too obedient. Hadar wouldn't be interested in me.
Yeah.
They're
'Cause if-
like, Hadar says
Yeah.
jump, I'm already jumping. I'm not even asking how high.
Give her all she got.
Yeah. Like,
When he tells Ripley to jump, Ripley says no until he starts dying.
All right,
exactly. It's
I'll
a
give you-
game. It's fun.
I'll give you a little hop. Damn it. It's natural. This is what happens when natural talent meets hard work.
Yeah.
Oh jeez. This is going to be such a funny campaign. I know it is.
Oh yeah, for sure.